Guys, and welcome to week 12. Yeah, 3 months, halfway there. Alright, so one of the requests I got right away was that somebody wanted me a couple people wanted me to do a flyby again of what the single player map was going to kind of look like. So this is the first town here. Yes, it's not complete. I'll go over that what I was doing this week instead of completing the town in just a moment. Then I have a church just up the hill. On the other side of the hill, there's just a lone kind of cabin. I might have just in my idea that I might have a little things kind of sporadically placed around because it is a pretty big map, and kind of want to fill the world. I don't want it to look kind of empty. This is kind of where my big city is going to go. So obviously it's going to fill out around here and up around. It's gonna. But this is just kind of like a general placement here of kind of what the city's going to be like. I got a lot more city assets, and all these towers and stuff are going to have every single floor. Players are going to be able to see and go and access. There's going to be elevators and stuff like that. For the time being, this is just kind of mark out where that is. It's going to be a big nature park. In the nature park, obviously, you're going to have swing sets for kids, soccer, basketball, tennis. It's just going to be like there's a swimming pool kind of thing there. Yeah, it's just going to be a big old kind of park. Then there's going to be the train yard. Train yard's going to have tracks going north and south, as well as one track going to the factory, because that's the main goods of this area. That's why everybody's in this area here. And that's why that little town over here exists in the first place, because these people are here because they all pretty much work at the factory, kind of like housing for people to move out here in the boons. And yeah, I'm gonna do. I had to take out my suburb because I'm changing a lot of the stuff, but the suburb's gonna be in and around here, and kind of making like sporadic houses around the factory and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the flyby for those who had asked for it. Not a problem. If you do have any more questions like that, please just let me know. If you just want me to go over something specific in the video, not a problem. So I also just wanted to showcase here what I did do in the single player map right now. Was I put in zombies. So before I just had the one zombie, now I have about 6 zombies. 7 if you include the hair color. See how I changed their hair color? Each one of their assets are able to be swapped out and modified. You can shoot off their legs and arms. Oh. Yeah, you can shoot off their legs and arms for each one of them. I'm lagging out a little bit. Yeah, and pop. Yeah, it's always fun. Oh, still moving. Roll. Yeah, see, I got a guy. I had a few different changes of what the zombies look like, and this is the generic guy that I had there before. So those are the zombies that I was able to get into the game. And so, like I said, other than the zombies, instead of finishing this town, I'm going to show you here in my maps, my kind of like custom maps. This folder is because I migrate the maps in from an external project. In the external project, that's where I will be making the multiplayer maps. Just because it's going to have a bunch more assets, probably, than what the main single player level is going to have, and well, a lot more packs, and I might not be using all the assets in the packs, so I don't want to really clog up my whole project too much. But yeah, so here's kind of what you can expect from a multiplayer map. So it's going to be procedurally generated cities in a sense. Now the cities are not all going to focus in the center here. Each map is going to have different ways the cities are built and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're going to have like a commercial or a downtown area. They're going to have a residential area. They're going to have, as you can see here, an industrial area, and they're going to have a rural area. The trees are going to set up, but as you can see, there's still a lot of work to be done. The roads aren't coming in properly, or I have to adjust them specifically. And but once the map's kind of there, and I'm generating maps that I really like, then I will start. Or if I do generate a map that I really like and everything's good and all the buildings that I've been placed in. So these are just, again, starter buildings. We just got that new pack, so you can expect the new pack is going to fill out some more of the residential and even some of the rural houses on top of the other house packs that I have. Remember, I got the apartment buildings, so some of the apartment buildings are going to be subbed in here. And so once I get all the buildings and everything like that, and I do get a good general map, then it's not going to be all super flat all the time. I will be making mountains and stuff like that, or different types. I'm going to have like a metal map, maybe like a meadows. I can't speak tonight. Or a snowy one or a forestry one. I'm going to have different levels with different feels to them. But the actual city and where the resources are going to be procedurally kind of generated. So I'm going to open up another example map here for you guys. And while this is opening up, I'm going to quickly swing over to the Epic Games Launcher and go to the Marketplace. The reason being is, remember, the first Tuesday of every month, they have the free monthly assets. So you just go to free for the month, and so oops, what's going on here? Guess I thought I wanted to do an external. That's the first time I've seen that, but anyway, this will do. But yeah, you see there's an animal pack that's animal sounds, low poly cats. The big ticket item is actually a German Shepherd for $120. I don't know if it wasn't free, I don't think I'd actually pick that up for that much money. But because it is free, I can use it in my game, and I might use it in my game as a companion, just like I Am Legend. A lot of zombie games has a companion that kind of keeps the character not feeling lonely in this big zombie-filled world. This is simulated ponds. If I do get around to it later, that's going to be much, much later, I'll be switching out cartoon fish for the real fish, and that way I don't have to do the simulating of the pond myself. Again, as a single guy, I don't do everything myself. A lot of this stuff is pre-done. I do have the free assets that I'm using, free, like the procedural city generator. I didn't make the procedural generator. I'm using somebody else's stuff, and I'm on their Discord trying to figure it out. And that's what a lot of the busyness I've been doing this week is trying to figure out how to use things and how to generate stuff. Because before that, I was just like, if you remember, I was just making stuff to get ready. So in my Finding Home, I have those world building parts, right? So these prefabs, right? This is where these were to come in handy. They're going to come in handy not only for just the solo mode, but as well as the multiplayer mode. By pre-generating all the individual apartment buildings and apartment rooms, it will just randomly sub in every single one for me later on. So it will quickly make the buildings, interiors, exteriors, really, really quickly, and where everything's placed. And then, as you've seen before in the apartments last week, when you walk up to like a cupboard or something like that, you will be able to search and get items from it. So the map was open. So I just want to go back here. Yeah, so and the biggest pack for me is this modular house pack. So that's going to be awesome. Because yeah, it's going to allow me more customization on the multiplayer maps, and as well as it gives me more for my suburbs. While I'm here, I'm also going to load up. Oh, this is not what I wanted. While I'm here, load up that. That's my the city generator project. But yeah, so while that's loading up, we're gonna take a look here. So as you see now in this map, there's not a big giant city dead center, right? It's more spread out, so you have more areas. If you're going to be a person who builds a big epic base to try to fight off the waves of zombies in multiplayer mode, you have a lot more areas to do that. A lot more wood and stuff that you gather. And then different city points in which you could go get your resources from, or loot or scavenge, right? And again, some might be more busy or more hostile than others. But yeah, you can see, again, little industrial sections, the city sections with gas stations and stuff like that, and the rural area. And the big green part here is just where all my trees. This is a tree spawner that like for spawning them. And right now it's just the generic placeholder trees. Like, again, a lot of this stuff is all just placeholder, and I'll be swapping it out for my stuff later on. You can see it's just a regular pine tree, and I'll have my winter trees, or I'll add these pine trees to the wood gathering component that I have, so that the player will be able to gather wood and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's two different major different variants of the multiplayer map, and trying to get those in. And those two maps there I generated myself. Those are the ones that I made. It doesn't look like the percentage my generator map here is going to load for me, and I've been it's 5:05 a.m. I've been trying to get this video going all day, but my computer's just been having a really hard time. But yeah, I hope you guys like what you guys see, and definitely leave me any more comments and stuff. I was starting to really focus on the multiplayer maps just to give you guys an idea of what they would look like, as that was what was requested. Because when I first initially went over what my goals were and how I was going to complete, I didn't mention anything about multiplayer last week because it wasn't really on my high priority, as nobody really had mentioned that it's something that they really wanted to test until last week when I hadn't mentioned it. Yeah, I was really hoping that we'd be able to test a multiplayer map, and it does make sense. And so yeah, I definitely wanted to get something in there. And so when the 6 months is up and I should get something to you guys, I'll definitely make sure there is some type of multiplayer map in there, as well as the single player map and what I have got done. Like I said, if you want the shepherd there to be a companion that you guys could use and walk around with, please just let me know, whether it's Discord or drop in a comment in the box, in the comments section below. Looks like this might be booting up here, so I'm just kind of stalling out for a second. Yeah, and if I don't get to it right away, or if I don't get back to you guys, I am just a regular person. It takes and I forget some things. My memory is absolutely terrible, and most of you guys know, most of my friends and family all know how bad my memory is. So yeah, so what I'm loading here is just a quick map I made, just to try to go over a demonstration with you guys of what you can do and how the generator is going to work. And so if this level loads up pretty quickly, I think it's really good to get out there for you guys to see, so you guys have a better idea. Because I kind of just did like an overview, a top-down view. I didn't really get into the maps that much, I just realized. So I know this, with my terrible internet, it's going to take me a long time to upload this video, but I think it's going to be worth it. I usually don't have as much time these days to talk to you guys, or I don't just get the opportunity because you guys are busy. COVID's been crazy. Ontario, I hear, is in lockdown again. The boys haven't been online that much, but yeah, or if they're online, I just don't see them in call anymore. But yeah, so let me get to this is the test map, right? So I get to show you guys. So the green is the rural areas. So when I'm spawning, everything that any kind of road that goes into the green zones will become rural, right? Any kind of buildings, any kind of roads that go into the pink one will become factory or industrial. Any ones into the blue ones will be the downtown kind of city core. Anyone into the yellow one will be residential, and that's kind of how it's set up, right? And let's go just down into the residential area, for instance. I'm just hit play. Right now I have it set up to just play wherever I kind of land. All right, so let's go over here. So when I go to a house, usually I think it's just taking a second to load, but usually when you go to a house, it's gonna have a chance to, like, it's gonna spawn on proximity. So once you get close to it, here we go. This is starting to load up here. So when I walk in here, you can see I got the tables, chairs, and this is just the temp stuff right now. Furniture, book stand, you can knock it over. Kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, and this is just kind of like the apartments I was doing, right? And it's all set up. So these I pre-do in a blueprint prior to, just like the other one. And yeah, every single house will be kind of populated with stuff. So, and each one can be slightly different. You can see one of these bigger houses over here. Some houses have like a 20% chance to spawn a car out front. Oh, yeah, here we go, car out front. You know what I mean? And obviously, I'm gonna have it so you can get in the car. Boom, boom. Okay. You get stairs that you go up. And also, you might notice that I'm in third person. That was something that was also requested. So I did it is in game. The game will now be third person or first person, optional. And so I'm just gonna make that available in the. Did that car just? Anyway, there's a little bit of bugs and stuff like that I obviously gotta fix up, but. And you can see from the outside, once you get close to houses, the stuff spawn. But yeah, so, and yeah, even on the outside, so if you have a patio, stuff will spawn. And that's kind of how the whole city will kind of just auto-generate once I get all the things in place. But yeah, this video is probably really too long. I hope you guys like what you see. Please, I love the feedback I'm getting, and please continue to give me feedback, and hopefully everything will be good, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later.